after graduated, I did not get into HR directly. I was a research officer at National Institutes of Health, MOH. So it's an office in Setia Alam. And then during that time, I was employed as my step, or that time it was known as pembantu PSH, pembantu sambilan harian, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a contract basis, and it was a known fact that it was not going to be a permanent thing. So along the way was when I ventured and tried to upskill myself, venture into other fields as well. I mainly venture into data analytics, uh, and then I got accepted as an intern at Nestle. So that's when my journey in human resources began, I would say. And then uh, with that experience in data analytics and also in human resources internship at Nestle was that uh, allows me to get into further into human resources, where I got employed at Intel as talent market intelligence analyst. So it's a position under recruitment team, and so that's, I would say, how I started and how I ended up in human resources field. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Miss Nur Shohaida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sharvin here.
I
So
should.
I have two questions to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
The first question will be: can you give an overview of your job duties, functions, and responsibilities?
Okay, as a HR advisor, it's more of a HR generalist,
Okay.
where you would be assisting employees. Like my position right now is more on assisting employees on their questions related to payroll, benefits, what else? All the HR policies, and in my role, we are overseeing um, Greater Asia region. So this includes countries like Malaysia, India, and
Yeah.
China, among others. So that's what I do, and as an overview, is helping employees with their
Okay.
questions, yeah, on human resources related questions.
Okay. Thank you for your answer, and I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
But this question is kind of long, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell slowly so that you can catch the question.
Mm-hmm.
So my next question is: is there something you wish you'd know, or a skill you wish you had know, um, you had starting, I'm sorry, you had starting out in Intel. So, or is there something you wish you had done differently starting out?
Mm-hmm.
Or should I repeat my question again?
It's okay. I think Sophia has already provided me the.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right.
All right. So it's just something that I wish I know. Yeah, of course. I would say, when you're working or in your, you have started your job or career, the learning does not stop. So there's always something that you can always learn up, throughout every day of your career. And for me, I would say, getting a certification and more certification and specialization in human resources would be very helpful if you are working, especially working in human resources. And that includes, learning about your Employment Act, and learning also how to manage your stakeholders. also learning psychology is also important because you're dealing with your employees, humans every day. So that's, I would say, additional skill that is going to be helpful, along the way. The second part of
Okay.
your question is there anything that I wish I would have done differently.
Yeah.
Starting out, no. Everything is perfect the way it is now. Yeah.
I have another question, but this is out of the questions that they have provided you.
Ah.
So, since you are working in an American company, right?
Mm.
So you will be facing different timeline, like different timeline from another country, right?
Mm.
So how do you manage to work in such kind of timeline? Like, for example, you get a meeting like 3 to 4 timelines at a time. So how do you manage it?
It's. I would say I'm very lucky that I work at a company that values 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 diversity and also
Okay.
respects, personal
Yeah,
time
yeah,
outside
yeah, I
of
got
work.
it. Yeah.
So we got different. Sometimes, if it's not avoidable, is when we would just get together. Uh, at 10 p.m. is, I would say, the usual time.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at like US time, it's usually 12-hour difference. So if
Yeah,
their
yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah,
hour
yeah.
is 10 a.m., we will be here it would be 10 p.m. lah. So I would say that's the common time, 7 to 10. Very rarely that you people will have to wake up at 3. I think the earliest that we have is maybe so far 6:30. I would say so. That's also 6:30 p.m. American US time. So I would say it's more on being tolerant with your team members regardless of where they are. Uh, and if maybe if your team members would have to log in late at night, maybe avoid doing that. Try to meet in the middle. uh,
Like you guys communicate to have a perfect time to have the meeting. Like it's not becoming a trouble to anyone, right?
I would say there's no a perfect timing per se. It's more like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you are
because with
meeting.
different timelines, right? Like maybe you are at night, over there it's morning, early morning.
Yeah.
So, because I've been saw some of my friends' siblings work in Intel or any other companies, overseas
Mm,
companies. So
mm,
they'll be facing some kind of challenges in arranging this timeline because I saw one person recently. He was having a meeting with 4 different timelines of country.
mm,
So I saw what kind of challenge because maybe like in Malaysia we work 8 to 5 or 9 to 6.
mm,
So we come back from work at night and then and early morning we have a meeting, so we have to go back at work at morning. So I have saw some people having this kind of you know problems, like they don't have enough sleep to just attend the
mm,
meetings. So that's why I ask you, like, you have any trouble in that, like
mm,
facing timeline different timelines meeting or what?
mm. So
Yeah.
the answer to that is yes, of course. But when you have that, try to, if you feel like you are not able to sustain that in the long run, maybe it's time for you to discuss with your team, uh, locally and also in other countries, so that
Okay,
be
okay, yeah.
upfront about it. And also, I think are you guys all studying human resources?
No, we actually studying for business entrepreneurship. I mean engineering business entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's like engineering entrepreneurship. There's no business in middle. I mistakenly told that it's engineering entrepreneurship, but it
Mm,
includes all this management kind of stuff because there's entrepreneurship, right? So human resource management, marketing, and also
mm,
we have some, I think, slightly 2 or 3 subjects of engineering. For example, like engineering drawing,
mm,
and then I don't remember the last time we have some kind of engineering subject. I don't really remember.
mm.
But
Okay.
we are more to management because we We are under faculty of business.
Mm. So I
Yeah.
think, to answer the other layer to that question also is the role of
Mm.
management.
Yeah.
When well, employees might have a certain limit of power over the time that they want to or they have to attend, or meet up for work requirement. But
Yeah.
as a manager or as someone who is in the management team, it's your responsibility as well to like to know what's going on underground, on the ground. And if you notice that something is uh, not performing as the way it is supposed to be, like maybe you are witnessing burnout among the employees, that's when the management should step in and take action, I would say. But in my personal experience, my teams are very much tolerant among each other. But this is just a hypothetical like situations that I'm just sharing in case since you're
Okay.
both a student that can relate to the management.
Yeah, I got it. I think so. That's done from me. So someone might take over my section. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you for answer. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. Are you guys all based in Perlis right now?
Actually, we are currently in online class for this sem.
Mm,
For this whole sem, we have online classes. So we'll back to campus on the next sem.
next sem is January lah.
Next sem, no, 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 not in January. Will be around March or April, I think so.
Unimet is it? Which campus?
Yeah. We our campus is at Kanga.
Ah, okay. I
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I think one thing that I didn't tell earlier is that I'm currently based in Perlis.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
live here. I have been working from home since I joined Intel in 2021. So I have been in Perlis since I returned from City Alam, I would say. So, so that's why I was asking. So I saw that you guys were our students at Unimed.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
So, which Intel are you from? From the Kulim one or the Penang one?
Intel Penang.
Oh, Intel Penang. Okay, okay.
Mhm. All right. Any other questions?
Hi, good evening, Miss.
Good evening.
I am Nudin.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask, based on your experience, what is the most important skill to be a successful HR?
Mm. So I would say, for hard skill, you will have to have knowledge on business management and human resources management and Excel is also helpful. Microsoft Word is also helpful. PowerPoint. So these are all the hard skills. And if you would like to specialize, also maybe learn about payroll management if you want, or about compensation management.
Mm,
So these are all the hard skills that whether you do not like it or not, you will have to equip yourself with it, or else you will not be able to be working in this field. And then, other than that, to supplement that, of course, the soft skills. So that's when your empathy comes in, because you are dealing with humans. You are not just simply dealing with employee number. You are dealing with employee themselves. So have some empathy to understand your employees, or as fellow human being as well, and also provide them with the best work environment. So on top of that, you will also have to learn to communicate efficiently, just so that your message is received across well, and without any misunderstanding. That also includes the way that you structure your words, your sentence, and also your intonation. That is also very important. And yeah, I think what else? So hard skill and soft skill lah.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. And also, is there how did you enhance your skill? Like, is there formal education or any specific program or trainings that you went or your company provided for you?
Uh, for hard skills, mostly, so the initial one was, I would say, if you take up certification, it's going to be very
Mm-hmm.
helpful. There are many, many free resources as well, especially for what Excel or Power BI or Python, if you're interested to learn about that on YouTube. So that's what I usually do. If I feel like it will be helpful to take up any skills, I'll just find it on YouTube first. And if it's something that's very niche, then maybe that will require additional training that you have to pay, additional amount of fees that you will have to pay to get trained in that subject. Uh, Company also provides learning opportunities for the employees, and I would say that is very important, like compensation or benefit part in a company. And that also includes HRDF training that's by our government, that is going to be helpful for the employees to further enhance their skills. So, so that's on the hard skills, I would say.
Okay, thank you. That's from me. Thank you
All
for your
right,
sharing.
you're welcome.
I'm sorry, I have to leave now.
Okay.
Hello, Miss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Razis.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking about this question, but this question is more to policy terms.
Mm.
And my question is, how do you handle sensitive issues like harassment or discrimination in your workplace? Yeah, that's my question.
Mm. When you're handling sensitive issues, it's important that you handle it in high confidentiality. Um, how do you handle it? You would The best practice is to uh, I don't know, like I think the answer is there already. High confidentiality is how you do it. When it comes to other like methods, maybe like how do you do it? When you're working in the office, ensure that you are working in a environment that is not exposed to external uh, parties, or other employees who are not supposed to be aware of the information, whether it's on your PC or your document. So that's that. And in terms of processes, ensure that you follow the guidelines on the handling sensitive information like this, and that also includes uh, first investigate the complaint first, and then you can move forward with the next action. Whether it's going to be disciplinary action, or even eventually leads up to termination. So there's certain process to it that you you have to follow. And in terms of system wise, you also want to make sure that uh, you do not leak the information to anyone, because that's a a very sensitive topic, and ensure that the victim's um, profile or identity especially is is protected at all cost. So and then you can, like I said, proceed with the rest of the steps with handling the sensitive issues.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Yeah, thank
Mm-hmm.
you for your time today, Miss Nurshida. I have a couple of questions related to managing employees and hiring practices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest challenge in managing employees?
Mm. The biggest challenge I would say is to satisfy everyone. You would say it's not easy to come up with for example, the best healthcare coverage for all employees. You thought there you thought that's the best based on your research and also analysis that you have done, but always, as always, we are all humans. There are always complaints about whatever policies that you are introducing, whether it's good for them or whether it's obviously, if it's not for them, even more not going to be accepted very well. So I think that's the biggest challenge. Yeah, like you cannot satisfy everyone, but at the end you will have to still adhere to the policies and also, protect, our organization's interests while delivering the best experience to employees.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. My next question is relating to hiring. What are the current platforms or websites commonly used by HR for recruitment?
Mm. There are quite a number of platforms for sourcing. When you are finding talents, uh, we the current industry's practice is LinkedIn. You might be, if you have might have heard that the fact that if you have a LinkedIn profile, that increases the chance of you being discovered by the recruiter. There's also a platform like locally JobStreet, for example, where recruiters are doing their sourcing through these platforms. What else? There's also Smashfly, I think, but mostly Smashfly is integrated with other platforms. So I think there's three that I'm aware of. I mean, there's also other like, if you have your company's uh, career site, that is where candidates apply directly from there, is also the source of talent pool that you can generate as well. So yeah, so you can use those platforms. Yep.
Uh, all right, that's helpful to know. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Miss.
You're welcome.
That's all for me.
Thank you. Any last question or? Hi, good evening. Yes. Oh, no problem. Go on. What's your question? Best experience you have ever had in managing employees? I would say, every day is a good experience because when you manage an employee, you get to help them. So, what else? Yeah, I think that should be all. Like, the best experience is, you get the opportunity to help employees. This could be, anything that's related to their personal life that is impacting their work, or it could also be related to, their payment is not being made. Could be the for multiple reasons, system error, or you know human error themselves. uh, yeah, I think that's it. Best experience is you get to do it every day to help people. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. You too. All the best in your studies. Let me know when you're back in Perlis. Maybe we can meet up. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Miss.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, Miss. Nurin